Did you know that your run-up could be the reason why you're not bowling as fast as you want? It could also be the reason why you're always injured and sore. And just by fixing your run-up, it could unlock hidden pace, potential, and that next level of cricket that you have always dreamed of playing. And today in this video, I'm going to analyse 3 fast bowlers and what they're doing wrong in their run-up and how I would help them improve theirs to help unlock their pace, accuracy, precision, and overall make them a better bowler. These are common faults that I see across so many fast bowlers. The chances are you could be making the same mistakes, and just by watching this video, you could unlock the hidden potential that I wish you had. Without further ado, let's get into the first bowler. Okay, let's take a look at bowler number 1. We'll run it through in full speed, and then I'll give you my analysis. Alrighty, steaming in. Let's see how he goes. Does he release it? No, doesn't release it. Alright. There is one major flaw here that a lot of fast bowlers have. As holding this guy back from a smooth, effortless run-up. That can translate into him hopefully bowling gas, bowling fast all day long. Now, this here is where his foot is landing. So, we can see here from when he starts running, heel strike there on his left leg. Heel strike there. And you can see it all the way through. When we land on our heel, it is essentially us braking. So let's say this is the ground, for us to then land on your heel. Your angle is like that, then you're going to get up and over your foot, and it takes a lot of effort and energy, and it slows you down, as opposed to landing on the balls of your feet directly underneath your hip. So, with this bowler here, and you might think that it is because it's a heel problem, right? Or it's a foot issue. But what's happening is from when his foot is on the ground, he's not cycling that up out in front of his body. Let's take a look at the direction of his foot from there. So from here, it will hang out the back a lot. And if your foot spends a lot of time out the back, instead of, as I said, going up there, it goes back that way too far, then you just don't have enough time to get your foot back underneath your hip. So from here, you can see that if with no knee drive at all, then the foot just has to plonk out in front. So that'll be the main thing I'll be working on. I'll be doing drills, like dribble drills, high knee running drills, even A-skip type drills, focusing on training and getting the feeling of the bowler whipping his foot up into there and getting that motion so we make a cycle of his leg and not go shape like that. So there you have it. That's the main thing there with these running mechanics that I'll be focusing on there. Practicing cycling up over the top, landing ball with his feet, trying to run in more bouncy, and that will result in him having a more smooth, effortless run up that costs him less energy. And I bet this bowler would feel like that he's struggling to get to the crease. But by making those changes, those will go away and he'll be running in smoother and more elegantly than ever. Let's go to bowler number 2. As always, let's see it in full speed and then we'll break this down. Alright, so although restricted probably by the back net, I think I can see that. I think here we want a bit more length in the run-up, so he can get a bit more rhythm into the crease. He can actually build some more speed into the crease. Because I think we can see here, I just feel like there's just not much energy There's just not much zip getting through the crease. And if we're looking at someone like a Pat Cummins or a Jofra Archer, even Bumrah of his short run up, the amount of energy and momentum, and it's aggressive when you get to the crease to get that ball speed. I just don't feel like it's there. It's very cruisy. It's very, low intensity. I'll be encouraging. Let's bring in some more energy into this run up. Let's get some more. Let's attack the crease. You know what I mean? From a mechanics point of view, we can see there. Look at that leg, the heel strike. We're not getting really much knee drive, not getting off the ground much. Another heel strike. And then look at that sinking in there through that side. Heel strike here again. Big jump, does well to then use that front leg. But from here, we need to be working on being bouncier, being springier. Cycling our legs up over the top. Running over hurdles would be really good here. And then one thing too is I've heard Stuart Broad use this quote and this cue on social media over the past couple of days. And he's talking about pretending you have a string to your chest and it's pulling you up to the sky and it's keeping you up a little bit taller. And that would be really, really handy, especially in this step here where you're sinking. So pretend there's a string pulling you up to the sky. I think that could be really, really beneficial. And Stuart Broad also talked about there's string pulling the thighs up to the sky, which I think could be beneficial in this case. Running knees up, knees up, knees up isn't always the best cue because you want to be attacking the ground. So pull your knees up, but then attack the ground underneath you. It's a nice way of thinking about that. But yeah, I think it's more energy, more intent, more pace, more bounce, cycling your feet over the top and landing more ball your foot. Those are some of the things I'll be working on here with this bowler. Alrighty guys, on to the lucky last, the third run up here we're going to review. Let's go through our tradition and wash this through in full. Cool. So it seems like quite a bouncy athlete through there. Obviously the camera's a little shaky, but here we go. Now we get some stability. I hope you guys can see what I'm sort of seeing here again. And it's going to be a common theme across all fast bowlers today, which is crazy because I do these raw, I do these live, and you see my reaction straight away. So I don't actually pre-watch these. So, well, we can see once again, I'll try to zoom in here when I edit this, but heel. Let's get a drawing on the screen there. Heel strike. And then another heel strike. But this guy looks like he gets more time in the air. So this guy gets more bounce. But he just gets a little bit lazy. And just plonks that foot out in front. So he gets the bounce, but he just plonks it. So what I'll be doing is encouraging him to whip his foot back underneath his hip. That's the main cue I'll be thinking about there. Whip from the hip, and the cue can also be to spin the earth underneath you. So from up here, his right leg needs to spin the earth underneath him like he's running on top of a sphere. And spin the earth underneath. That will help him so much. I've already gone through a lot of the cues already. I feel like running over a hurdle will be really, really beneficial to help with his stride length and then get his foot back on his hip a lot better. So that's the mechanics part. Let's actually go through maybe the speed and timing part of this as well, because I can't just go all three on the technique side. So I feel like here he slows down. I feel like he gets up the top speed here, and then look, he slows down to get to the crease. So I'll be encouraging a gradual build of pace. And before you take off the bowl, let's be attacking through the crease. Let's really get aggressive and start to build the pace. Aggressive might be the wrong word, but like build the pace through the crease and trying to get through the crease hard. I'll be really encouraging that. And then as well, his arms seem really stiff and rigid too, so I'll be relaxed and flowing and using your arms like a sprinter to get in and attack the crease hard from there. So you can see he sort of, even there he jumps, like, although this is a run-up review, I'm going to say, this bowler loves jumping up really high instead of potentially jumping forwards as well. But we won't go into that. We won't go into that. We'll just go to the run-up. And I think from him, number one, doing some running over hurdles or something like that to get his frequency a bit shorter. His stride length a little bit shorter, so he's not overstriding. Landing on his ball of his foot. And then slowing down his run-up at the start and accelerating it through the end is the key for a better run-up here.